Good afternoon, grade 10s. This is your cat lesson and it is the 11th of May today. Okay. Today we are going to continue with word processing and we're going to look at how to insert graphics, shapes and diagrams into a Word document or a Google Doc, depending on which software you are using. Okay, so the first one that you are going to use probably the most is inserting text boxes. So let's just quickly say adding pictures is a good way to give some character to your document. Word offers several tools that allow you to insert them. So I can insert shapes, I can insert images from my device, I can insert images from the internet. Usually it will link to Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine, or you could save it from Google. Text boxes are useful when you want to bring attention to a specific section of text. They are also useful for showing text or information that is not part of the document. So if I've got extra information I would like to place on the side and just draw attention to it, I will place it in a text box. So I'm going to take you step by step through and show you how to do this. So it says here, open a new blank word processing document. To insert a text box, you can do the following. Click on Select Insert tab and then select Text Box command. So I have here a blank document. Okay, and what I want to do here is I have my tab. You're quite acquainted with it by now. In term 1, we looked at the home tab quite a bit, looking at your fonts, your bullet points, and your styles. So today we are going to look at the Insert tab, and specifically, I'm going to go to the text box. So if I click on the drop-down button, there are different types of text boxes. I can choose one of these pre-formatted text boxes, okay, depending on what you're interested in. Or what you can do is you can actually just draw your own text box. So you click on the draw text box and you can size it whatever size you would like. Now immediately you would have seen that a new tab would have opened up. And this is the Format tab. Okay, so the only time the Format tab is going to open up is when I'm actually working in my text box. Now I can do all sorts of things with it. I can choose from my shape settings. I can choose a variety. I can make it yellow with, let's say, hello grade 10 cat. Okay, but that font is a bit dark, so let's see if I can select it and change the font over here. I can change the fonts. Let's make it stand out a bit. And by simply going here, I can increase my size and have the different information. So let's go back to our slideshow. Okay, so here you would go to the Insert tab, you would go to the text group in the Insert ribbon, and over there is the text box. Then you would either select a predefined text box, or you can click on Draw a Text Box. Now the next part is manipulating. Now to manipulate your text box, I'm going to go back to the Home tab. Okay, so let's quickly undo this so that you can see what I've done here. Okay, so there I'd written my text box. So I'm going to go back to the Home tab and I'm going to choose a different font. So let's find something interesting. Cabin Sketch. Let's go try for Cabin Sketch. I'm going to make it a font of 30. Okay. And I can make it bold. I can even make it italic. And let's see, I can change the font color. Okay, so all of this you know quite well from term 1 when we worked in the Home tab on setting the font size, and working with bold, italic, and underline. Okay. The next part we're going to look at is in the text, in my format ribbon, there are new fields here. There's text direction, align text, and create a link. So let's quickly read here. If you want to change the formatting of the text box, you need to use the commands in the Format tab. So how do I get to my Format tab? I have to click inside the text box to activate this Format tab. If you want to change the position of the text box, select the text box and wait until the pointer changes to an image of a cross with arrowheads. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at that. So do you see here, at the moment I've got an I, in there I've got an I, but if I hold it on the line, my cursor changes to a cross with arrowheads. So I'm going to select that. Okay. You can then drag the text box to a new position by holding down the mouse. Okay, so I'm going to click there, and you see I can move my text box around. And now one other feature that you might have remembered from term 1, especially when we were busy with the Spackwim posters, you can choose, is it going to be in line with text? Is it going to be square? Is it going to be tight? Now I like to use tight or square, so that my text is going to, the rest of my document, the text is going to form around my text box or my picture. Okay. Also, if you have several text boxes, you can link them so that text can flow from one text box to the next. To do this, select the Create Link command found on the Format tab. So let's see if we insert a couple of text boxes. So I'm going to press Enter. Let's just move this one up slightly. And I'm going to go to Insert, create a new text box. Text box 2. Okay. And let's see if I insert a third one. Let me insert one there. Okay, so I have my text boxes. They are all set. Now I'm going to click on Create Link. And I'm going to select. Okay, so I select the first one. Then I'm going to select the second one. Okay, so I have to choose something that is empty. Let's just delete this one. Let's create the link. Okay. Let's try again. So I'm going to break the link. I'm going to start the link again. Create the link. So I've selected the first one. Then I click on the next one. And then it looks like it's only between two of them. Okay, so I'm going to write here. Did you see as I pressed enter, it jumped straight to the new box? This is a new text box. Okay, so do you see that is a very nice option if you wanted to place your text boxes at different places in your document and then not have to go and jump through that. As you're typing, it will jump straight to the next text box. That is by clicking on the Create link. The text direction and alignment of the text in the text box can be changed on the Format tab in the text group. So let's take a look here. I'm going to select it, and here's the aligned text. I can say the top, the middle, or I can say the bottom. Okay, so if our text was, do you see that they are grouped at the moment? They linked together. So whatever happens to the one is going to happen to all of them. Okay, so there we've learned now to change the formatting. We will have to use the format tab. Then we learned about moving our text box using creating the pointer with the arrowheads. We have used the create link, and we've looked at the text direction. Okay, and align text. Okay, so you will then open activity 4_1 document. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the entire DBE textbook with you, the data, so that you will be able to open it and download it. So you can either right click on the link and say add to my drive, or you can download it and then you have it on your device. So let's just see what this activity is. Insert a text box below the heading. In the text box, type the word storytelling. So let's quickly see if we can find that one. Okay, what was it called again? Let's just make sure. It was called 4_1. Do we have one here? Okay, it doesn't look like there is one. Let's just see. Okay, you might have to, for that activity, actually create a new document and do the activities. Just want to check the previous. I will upload both of these for you so that you are able to work from it. Okay, so it appears that you are going to start a brand new document, save it as 4_1, insert a text box below the heading. You will then, in the text box, type the word storytelling. The font type should be Calibri and the font size should be 38. Okay, so I will find that data for you. Sorry, now I've jumped through it again. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, the next fun part, this is probably the one thing that every student that takes CAT or starts to play around on the computer will always play with word art. Okay, so word art is decorative text that makes use of special effects. You can also apply text effect like shadows or outlines. So here you can make it into a bow. I can write it as an angle. I can have 3D writing. I can do a wavy thing. So I can have a shadow on it. There's all sorts of things I can do with word art. So in guided activity 2, you are going to convert the regular text into word art and do the following. So question 1 says select the text you want to format. So let's just quickly go to our Word document and see how we are going to work with word art. Okay, so there's my Word document. I'm going to go insert, and do you see here in the text group on the side there you had your text box here, but now this time I want to use word art. Okay, so these are the new versions of word art. I'm going to insert that one. Okay, and it's going to create a section here, and let's see. This is word art. Now, what I can do with this is I can go and look at the different, again, it has opened my format tab. It gives me the options of, I can choose different word styles here. Okay, let's see, I just want to move this slightly out the way. Okay, and I can wrap my text. Now, in the past, there were many different things, but here we go. Here's the fun things that we can do with it. I can add shadows to it. Okay, so if you get a question like this in the exam, okay, they might say to you, change this word to a shadow inside diagonal top left. So you need to go and actually go and hold your mouse over a specific option and then see what name appears. There is reflections, okay? So below, there are all sorts. I can choose the glow, okay? So if I want to have a glow around it, let's show you how. Is it going to do a glow? We might need to choose a different option. Okay, there's bevel. Now bevel is so that you almost get a frame feeling inside your text, or if you were doing it with a panel. So you will see here relaxed inset. This would be, let's just come get the mouse to work, a convex. That should be a soft round. What is this one? This one's a slope. So there are different options. Here's even a 3D option that is going to open up. Let's move this across here. And you will be able to play with different options. You can choose the height, the width, the contour colors, all sorts of things. Let's see what else there is. These are 3D rotations. I can make it stand on its side. Can you see how my word's flipping there in the background? Okay. So these are all new things. There's a transform. Now this is the good old-fashioned word art that we used to only have, and you can change the direction of your words. It's a lot of fun to play around with these. So take a few minutes and go and play around and see the different things that you want to add to your documents. Okay, great. Okay, so let's carry on with our slides. So in activity 4.2, you're going to select the text you want to format. In this case, the title or first word, stories. You will then select the insert tab and say word art. And then you can choose whichever word art you choose. So first you're going to start with choosing one of these. Then on the drop down, you can go for the shadow, the glow, all of those. Word will automatically create a text box for the selected text and will then apply the style to the text. Okay. The next activity that you are going to work on is activity 4.3. This is a guided activity, so I'm going to do this one with you. Let's see if I can find GA4_3. Okay, I will have to fix the data. I'm just going to work on this activity. So you're going to open this activity and you're going to select the text box so that the Format tab appears. You will then click on the Format tab, select the text effects, okay, command in the word art styles over here. Okay, that was with the A that we just looked at. And on the drop-down menu will appear. And you will have your different categories. So it's basically what I've just gone through. You're going to play around with that. Use your mouse and hover over each text effect category. It will then give you a preview of what it will look like. You are then going to choose an effect that you enjoy, and then you will apply that to the selected text. Okay. Okay, so that is all for today. I want you to go and play around with it. This is possible to do it in LibreOffice, in Microsoft Office, and in Google Docs. So go and play around with these actions and see what you can come up with. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Hope to see you soon, and stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.